Here we go. So here's your title: 4.10 Sarah distance. Sarah's distance traveled versus time graph from from A to B. Okay, and let's write the story. Sarah, oops, we have to add a note. So Sarah traveled from point A to point B last Saturday. She drove at a steady speed, reaching point X, 20 miles in 20 minutes. She stopped for lunch at Little Piper Pizza for 20 minutes. She resumed her journey after lunch and reached point Y 60 miles farther along, 50 minutes later. The traffic on Highway Z was a nightmare. And it took 30 minutes to go 10 miles. The traffic finally cleared up, and she drove the last 10 miles in 10 minutes. Okay. So we have to draw a piecewise function and have 5 pieces to draw. First piece, F1. Of X equals X. But this is only true for the first 20. Oh, 0 less than or equal to X less than 20. Well, I meant to put 0. Let me put it back. So you see here we have that first piece. Now let's adjust the graph settings, because we want to say that take off the minor grid lines. We're going to add a label, time in minutes, and the distance traveled in miles. And we want to go from, I'm going to go to 20, 200, up to 10. and negative 20 to 200, stick with 10. That should do it. These bars take about 10 of these. In the graph on the paper, it only goes up to 140 and 100. Maybe I can adjust it again. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now, f2 of x was equal to 20 from 20 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 40. That's the next piece. f3 of x was equal to, let's see, they said she went 60 miles in 50 minutes. X minus 20 plus choose at 20, but restricting it to starting at 40 this time. Is equal to x. And for the next 50 minutes, 40 plus 50 is 90. Okay. But obviously that was at 2040. 40 miles up. There you go. 20 minutes in. And 20 plus 50 is 70. So, excuse me. I meant to say at minute 40. Miles up. So it has to be this point right here at 40, 20 before I start. So that's 20. For what that means, 40 minutes later, I'm 20 miles away. That's this point here. I'm 20 miles away, 40 minutes later. So that's where this is going to start. Shifting it over 40, up 20. And so that happens for the next 50 minutes. So 40 plus 50 is 90. So that should be 90. Now, the fourth piece, that was the traffic nightmare. It only went 10 miles in 30 minutes. And that started at minute 90, so subtract the 90. But you were not 20 miles away, but 60 plus 20, which is 80. So that's where this starts here. Okay, but I need to get rid of this piece and restrict it for only 30 minutes. So this is at the 90-minute mark. Less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 30 minutes plus 90 minutes is 120. So you see that's 3 over and 10 up. And last but not least is the fifth part. G is equal to x, but must be restricted at minute 120. So minus 120 plus that happened 10 miles more, that's at 130. I mean 100. This would have been 10 divided by 10. Parentheses, whoops. With the parentheses here. I'm in 120 plus 90. Because you were at 80, but you added 10 miles. So you're now at 90. The minutes start from 120 where I left off, but less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 10 minutes later is 130. At this point, we see that we've done these colors. Here are the 5 pieces. Let's make the table. Put at 0, 0. 20 minutes later, go to lunch for 20 minutes. For 50 minutes, we go 60 miles. So that's actually 70. That's 80. Where I'm at now. I did that right. Let's see. Oh no, I lied to you. Actually, stayed there another 20 minutes and went nowhere. So stayed at 20. That was lunch. And then added 50 minutes. 50 plus 40 is 90. And 60 miles. 60 plus 20 is 80. Then 10 miles more. 10 miles more in 30 minutes. That's 90 plus 30 is 120. 120 went to 90. Then at a minute 130 went to 100. And that was that. And that's the graph. Okay. So this is how you complete the piece function in Desmos. Next video, we'll see what it is to transform and consider what it looks like, or the function looks like, if we transform it by having her 15 minutes later, take twice as long for every part of the trip, and also go half as far at the same time, and also starts 30 minutes earlier but goes twice as far. Okay, so let me save this. and stop the recording.